Hi guys, for this week 3 video discussion for COMM3233, talking about copyright infringement and obscenity and profanity and what should be allowed in broadcasting, talking about our case for copyright. Yes, I do agree with our professor and that it is a very scary thing to kind of publish original works onto websites nowadays, and if their videos like YouTube and stuff like that, and that artists are going to have to work really hard to keep their original content their own and to make sure that they're getting paid properly for what they put out on the media outlets, and including publishers of books and podcasts and things like that, and original thoughts and ideas. So I believe that with YouTube and with other channels where you can piracy and you can download all kinds of stuff on there, they have to be very vigilant as an artist to make sure that all of their content stays their own. And going into our standards we have for broadcasting, I actually got really excited about it because that's what I do. I'm a broadcaster for a junior hockey team, and I'm their reporter as well. We do have regulations for broadcasting hockey games, and it gets rowdy and it gets loud in there, but we have to have certain things hooked up for like HD cables and stuff like that. We'll get fined if we don't have that. But everything over the air is basically no profanity. We can't cuss at all, which of course no one wants to hear that anyway. And so if one of the fans actually, they curse and it gets broadcasted, all of our different broadcasts get regulated, and so our team gets fined for that. And so we could actually lose our job if anything like that gets broadcasted. So it's hard to kind of have the in-game sound and make sure that no one in front of us has any profanity coming out of their mouth, and just making sure that we're not bashing other teams. We'll get fined for that as well. Making sure that everything we say is very positive. Yes, we get upset. Yes, our team loses. But keeping that level head about it, we can get excited and we can get all pumped up about our team, but definitely maintaining that moral standard of, hey, we're here for excellence. We want this team to go very far. We want ourselves to prosper in our careers. So just making sure that everything we say is very like low-key and acceptable. But going on to broadcasting for like radios and stuff like that, my little sister actually skates at the ice rink I work at as well. And it's hard when you hear certain songs over the radio during her practice that talk about sex. It's very difficult to sit there and listen to that, and you just want to change the radio station, but you know you can't change it to a Christian station, and so every other station is probably going to have the same exact thing on it. So it's very difficult. I feel like we have kind of passed over the moral compass a lot of times, and we've crossed a lot of lines that shouldn't be crossed. Like, our 9-year-old children should not be hearing about this, especially for a long time, and if it's not coming from us and what we believe, they shouldn't be hearing it, period. And so broadcasting, I feel like, is coming very lax in certain areas. My job is very regulated about that, and so I'm very thankful about that, especially when we do interviews. I'm the one who has to set the standard for it and say, hey, this is not acceptable, or this answer needs to change a little bit. We don't need to mention any other people's fans, or we don't need to mention that they got in our heads or something like that happened, and absolutely no cursing. That's not going to be allowed. Little kids look up to you guys. And so I think as a nation we have crossed over a line in what we allow our children to watch and to see and to listen to over the radio, and it's sad, and over TV and just commercials that come on, and even on YouTube accounts. My little sister can be watching something about this fairy princess, and the next thing that comes on is a commercial for like condoms. It's ridiculous, I think. And so I think that moral compass has gone out a lot, but I think a lot of people are still trying to uphold that, like the league I work in, which is really nice. So thank you guys for listening.